Welcome to Avocado Talks.
We're live. Hello, hello, hello. It's Luigi Caldeira, and here with me, it's you.
Alejandra. That's it. How are you, Luigi?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Amazing.
What's today's topic, Luigi?
Oh, you're right. Like you want to get to it.
Yeah. Let's do
You're
it.
like, ta, 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 ta,
Ta,
ta.
ta, 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 ta.
Okay, so we're both cancers, and I am wondering if this issue is an issue for you as well, because it is somewhat of an issue for me, which is attachment to things that you have personal connections with or feelings. How do you deal with that? Let's say you went to a trip and
Okay.
you got this little thing. Oh, look, this was from that time that we went to Spain, or how do you deal with those things?
Well, thanks to technology, I can take many pictures. That's a memory. I
Okay.
don't like to get souvenirs
Okay.
when I travel because of it. I'm going to be attached. I'm aware of it. But if I get a present from someone who traveled, it's a souvenir. I feel like, oh, I'm not going to throw it away. It's a present from this person thinking about me when this person was traveling. So it
Right.
means a lot to me. So it's hard. So these things, like if you go to my house, you'll see things from Dominican Republic. Never been to. One of my friends gave me like a little chair, very cute. But at the end, I'm accumulating things.
Right.
And they were presents. It's hard.
It's hard. It's
Yes.
really hard. So that's the topic of today. I'm not a hoarder. I'm not a hoarder. But can I keep this, please? So hoarding is actually a disorder. I was reading about this and I thought it was just a way to classify someone that likes to keep things or have a hard time getting rid of things, but it's actually a disorder. Did you know that?
Yes, I think my grandma is a hoarder.
Oh, really?
She loves to keep everything, even the receipts
Wow.
from the supermarket. She says you can take notes on them, and I'm like, oh, what? Newspaper. She always used to say, you're going to make, you will have a project, and you will need this newspaper for that. And I'm
Wow.
like, okay. So what we do in my family, my uncles, mom, is like we throw away things without. Yeah, we make sure she's not watching us because she's always going to come and say, no, don't throw away this cable because probably you will need it to connect this old TV that it hasn't been on in years. So
Right.
we should throw away the TV as well. But yeah, like that.
So when you go to her house, do you have that feeling of like you're in a cramped space? Like there's like stuff everywhere. How is it?
I think it's better to throw away many things. In that way, I'm cleaning her house too. Like less to clean. I like more minimalist style because of my grandma. I don't like to. Well, Fran, your husband knows. He went to my house and he said, Alejandra, but this is not minimalist. This is like you have nothing in your house. It looks like you just moved to this place. And because I got traumatized, like
Okay.
my grandma collecting everything. Like we went to a wedding, the thing in the middle, like how do you call that in English?
Oh, the
The
centerpiece?
centerpiece.
Yeah.
Thank you. Or like when you go to a first communion, they give you a little card with a date of your far cousin, second cousin, first communion. I mean,
Right.
come on, you don't need that paper, but she kept it.
So you just said something, collecting. Do you think
Keeps it.
do you think hoarding is the same as collecting?
Well, collecting, no, it's not obviously not the same. Collecting, people take care more, take good care of things.
It's like more organized,
it's
right?
more organized, but they think, I don't know, that collection can represent something very important to them to the point they can cry if they miss an
Right.
item or,
Yeah.
and I don't like people to collect things. I'm sorry, I don't.
No, it's fine. I think through time, I
Through
have gotten
time.
much better because I was definitely going towards the hoarding direction. I mean, my grandma was a hoarder. I will tell you that once my grandma passed away, I actually learned how of a hoarder she was.
Mm.
I mean, we, all of the things that every time I used to go to Brazil, I used to take her, give her a gift. She used to love perfumes and things for the house, like anything like for bed, like sheets, like she loved that stuff. So when she passed away, I actually got to go through her stuff and I found all of it. Ali, all of it. Everything that I ever gave her was in the same way that I gave her. Like she never used it. It was like put away somewhere. And that for me was crazy. And then I started seeing her habit. Do you think it's like a cultural thing?
I think so because your grandma, and I'm talking about my grandma as well. And um, people say, let's leave it for a special occasion.
Mm-hmm.
And when, let's say, I buy something new and my mom says, why don't you wear, let's say, the new blouse you just got? And I say, no, that's for a special occasion. My
Right.
mom would come immediately and say, oh, special occasion, like what, like your funeral? And because she always tells a story, there was an old lady, this is not true, but she used to say, there was an
Right.
old lady who used to say, I'm going to wear these pajamas, these fancy pajamas, for a special occasion. Maybe if I stay at a friend's house, but for a special occasion. And she wore it on her funeral.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
my mom also is always like, if you got something, wear it, use it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yes, and I think you were very important to your grandma, and she wanted to keep things, for a
Yeah.
special occasion. Maybe when Luigi comes, he will see me smelling like the perfume he gave me, and he will see that I'm using it, that I'm taking good care of it. And that's another thing. Yeah, it's cultural. Back in the days, it was difficult or very expensive to
Right.
get clothes and stuff. So our grannies, they knew how to sew.
Right.
Well, my grandma's still alive, so she knows how to sew, make clothes.
Yeah.
So she takes care of things, and that's something that I really appreciate, and I learned from her. It's like taking good care of your clothing items because everything is so easy to get
Right.
that people are like, throw away, throw away, throw away.
Exactly.
I mean, no.
And the culture thing is also, the meanings of, maybe you come from a less fortunate family when things were difficult. So yeah, there's this mentality of, what if I need it tomorrow? And tomorrow never comes and you just accumulate stuff and all of a sudden it's very difficult, to get rid of it. And people will get really offensive, when you're trying to throw away things. Like they don't get it. I went through this personally with my mom like a couple of years ago where we were trying to, clean out her house because my mom is also a hoarder. So I really have to watch out, because my grandma was, my mom is. I have my other aunt who's also a hoarder. So I have that in my family. And she would get really upset at me trying to throw things away. And it was always because I may need it or I may give it to somebody, but she would never do it, and time will go and the house will get just more busy and busy with things. And it's difficult. It will like impact your relationship, you know, because you will want to kind of get offer help to that person. But sometimes, it's not as easy as it sounds.
No, it's not easy.
So I watch a lot of hoarding shows sometimes on ANT TV. They have a hoarding show. I don't know if you ever saw it.
Yes, I did.
Sometimes they actually, not sometimes actually, I think in every single episode, they will get a psychologist involved. Have you seen that?
Psychologist. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a problem. They get attached to objects.
Yeah. They'll have a psychologist come and work with the family and understand what the hoarder kind of feels comfortable with doing, like, okay, I can, go as far as this or that. Or it's picture time. Okay. Um,
Yeah.
so, what do you think about, do you think a person that has that kind of issue should be discussing this with a therapist?
Absolutely. Yes. Um, but let's say if you have no way to talk to a specialist, do what my family's been doing, throw away things,
Yes.
hide from the person who's hoarding.
The person is not going to remember everything that they're
He's
hurting.
not or she's not. Exactly.
Yeah.
So start throwing away
Isn't
things.
that funny?
It is super
How
fun.
you're so attached to things,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, you don't even know
Yeah.
what you have.
And the energy at the place is not nice.
Right.
It's you feel like so much weight on top of your shoulders. Like, yeah, when I visit now it's better, but I remember at my grandma's house I wanted to clean every day, clean because objects accumulate a lot of dust.
Yes. And it's also dangerous. You can cause fires. Like a lot of things can happen. I mean, I see these TV shows. Sometimes you feel it's fake because it's so extreme.
Yes.
How people live. Sometimes there's like animals
Yeah,
and there's
rats.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
they're dead. Even the smell,
Mm-hmm.
it's difficult to deal with. But whoever is in that position, they don't feel it.
They don't feel it. They don't see it. They
Yeah.
feel it's okay. I think it's a kind of disease. Like let's say these um, disorders, like people are anorexic and they see on the mirror and they see a fat person,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's the same. They feel like their house is fine,
Right.
and I have the amount of things I need. Please don't throw away my things because I need them all.
Right. And you really don't.
So, do
That's
you
the
think
truth.
you're still hoarding?
I do.
With what?
Emails.
Oh yeah, me too.
Emails. And
Emails.
let me tell you why. I used to work for this person who I needed to cover my ass on every single occasion. So it was like something went wrong. It was Luigi's fault, like immediately. So I had to always blind copy myself on everything and just keep an email, even if it was like saying, okay, thank you. Like I hoard emails. I have every single email I send out saved because of that. So what about you? Do you have anything that you're like a hoarder for?
Maybe emails.
Okay.
Yes. Uh, no, my problem is my closet is not big enough.
Okay. I was going to mention clothes. And the reason why I have gotten better, but because I fluctuate a lot in weight, I usually have a part of my closet that's like for heavy set Luigi and another set for like lighter, skinnier version of myself. And yeah, and it's not a good thing to do, because I'm always like, well, I'm going to lose weight. Like,
And
I'm
that
going to
never
keep these
happens.
things.
Or I mean that happens, but then let's say if you're in the version of Luigi, the extra large, and then you feel like someday I'll wear small, but that frustrates you.
Yes. It frustrates you because you're in a different part of your life. It's a different moment. Your body's not the same. Like when I was in my early 20s, yes, I was weighing 150 pounds. I was really skinny because I went through this crazy diet. And yeah, some of my shorts and pants were like size 27, 28. I'll never get back to that, And it is a frustration because if you're having that sitting in your closet, oh man, like you're not going to get there. You're going to be frustrated. And it may even result in you gaining more weight, which I think is what happened to me. So yeah, this hoarding thing is a serious issue.
Is Francisco also a hoarder?
Let me think if if he's a hoarder on anything. He's actually right here in the room. I can't think of anything that he's a hoarder.
He collects Aldo bags,
Oh, yeah.
suitcases.
You're true.
Every time he travels, he needs to get a new suitcase.
You're right.
Why?
You're right. You're so right. Yes, he does. He has that addiction on buying things for traveling, and I don't even know where it comes from. But it's true. It's true. Yeah, you know him better than I do.
Is he?
How dare you? But it's true. It's true. He
true.
does hoard things like that, and I do too. Not as much, but I like bags and things like that. Yeah,
And
I do.
shoes. I always see you with a new pair of shoes.
Oh well, you know, gotta keep up with the
You have an
boys.
addiction.
Yeah, that's another topic, addictions. But that's great. What else can we talk about on this
Oh, the
hoarding things?
energies. I don't know.
Yeah,
Are you familiarized with Feng Shui?
no.
I'm not either.
What the
But
hell is that?
But I've heard things like you have to put a plant in the middle of your coffee table. You know, things about the energy.
Oh, okay.
Like the mirror in your bedroom should not face, it should not be in front of you. Things like that.
So what does that have to do with
Something
hoarding?
with the energy. Hold on. Let me continue the idea
I'm
to
trying to
pretend that I
understand.
sound that I know.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So let's say keeping a lot of stuff. It's, let's say you're having a lot of energy you need to get rid of.
Okay.
So I follow these guys. They have a famous show. They're big on Instagram, the Minimalist.
Okay.
They always wear black. They don't have many clothes. It's just like 3 pair of pants, and all they wear is black because it's more practical.
Yep.
And when you see their houses, it's very minimalist, like all this minimalist.
Yeah, minimalist.
That's the style, like just one plant. They, let's say when you set the table and you put the big dish in the middle, no, they just have one dish.
Okay.
They don't have the thing you put under, like the little mat, how you call that?
Yeah, the placemats.
The placemats. Thank you. So they think about objects' functions.
Okay.
So with the placemats, what is giving? No, to protect the table. Yeah, but if the table is made of glass, I don't need it.
Right.
So they they don't have this kind of objects. They evaluate objects according to their functionality.
Okay.
And I think it's great, but maybe it's this extreme of not having things, or because
Yeah.
a table looks nice, with a placemat, with the napkins and this and that decoration.
Yeah.
They don't have decoration. It's just so,
It's whatever works for them.
and it works for them. Their energy, they're more productive. On the other hand, I've heard things like, let's say someone who died, right? Was not a good person, was wearing clothes, expensive clothes. And then these clothes are sent to a
Like a
thrift-
Goodwill or
Goodwill.
something. Yeah.
And then some people go there and get, oh, let me wear this Versace blazer. I don't care who owned it in the past,
Right.
but I'm going to wear this. And then you have like kind of that, according to these beliefs,
Yes.
you have the energy of that person in that blazer.
Right.
So like if objects can hold energies, and so you're bringing that to your house, you're not. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Miss America. Yeah. No. Totally.
World pays too.
Yes. I totally get where you're going with that. And I appreciate you sharing it, which is true. I truly believe that things will
I know
hold.
things. I know things. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you do. Sometimes you do.
Sometimes.
So,
You're impressed.
I read this thing online because again I don't have a song about hoarding, so I just have a saying, and I think it's great. It says, 2020 was the year of hoarding, and I agree with that because that was
2020?
COVID, right? The first year we had COVID-19. So 2020 was the year that people were just hoarding stuff.
You think so?
I think so.
How about clothes? Only getting pajamas. Only
Right.
getting the upper, like, let's say blazers
Right.
and shirts, but not pants.
Right. But I mean,
Comfy
people
sleepers.
people were not going out as much, you know. I'll tell you, my aunt, though, she was hoarding food food and water, and you remember paper towels
True,
and
true.
toilet paper? Like
Yes.
everybody going crazy and buying them because we were not going to have them or something.
People were fixing their houses, painting them,
Yes.
cleaning them.
Yes.
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 Getting stuff. We should get a new sofa. Yeah.
Did they need it? Probably not, but they were still doing it because they were bored,
True.
you know? So I thought that was an interesting quote that had to do with the subject because, I think that was a big hoarding year, you know? Is there anything that you don't want to hoard anymore, or someone that you know that needs to stop hoarding things?
So one of my students who passed, he gave me he went to, I think, Ecuador, and he gave me it's like a long necklace made of seeds, big seeds. It's a necklace that I'm never going to wear. It's something, but it has meaning.
Right.
It has a special meaning. And I'm like, okay, I'll keep it here in this bag, in the back part of my closet. But things like that,
Yeah.
and then you start accumulating.
Do you think maybe, I mean, at least for me, this works, okay? Certain things that I'm hoarding, I'll put it in a box and I'll put it in storage.
Storage? Are
Yeah.
you paying for storage?
Not for my hoarding,
I'm sorry.
right?
Uh-huh.
I am paying for storage because there's certain things like Christmas stuff, like I'll go and put it in storage,
I see.
rather than having it at my house. But I have certain items that I have placed in boxes and I just put it in storage, like
So are you paying for objects that you maybe forgot that you have,
yeah,
and you're paying for them to be there? Wow.
for them
interesting.
to exist.
For them to exist.
Yeah.
I see. It's
One
like
day.
it's like when you pack too many clothes, too many outfits, and the outfit just traveled, stay in the suitcase.
Yes,
And then you came back.
yes.
You gave them a free ticket.
But I think it's practice talking about traveling and things like that. I have now learned to travel only with a backpack.
I learned that I've been learning about it.
It's impressive
It's impressive.
how
yes.
much you really get to know that you don't need a lot,
Yes.
to do that, which is cool. Well, my message to hoarders out there, acknowledge it. I think it's difficult to acknowledge.
Acknowledge it.
And what else? Seek
Yeah,
help.
Seek help, yes. No, coming back to the packing thing, I was one person, like I travel with a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been learning more about, let's say, if I'm going to travel, make sure I wear the same colors, like brown, like beige, nude, white, like that, black. But I'm not going to mix one outfit beige and browns with red, and because then because I ended up traveling with a shirt that doesn't go with the pants I brought.
Oh yeah.
And I learned like it's better to travel with the same colors and less items, and
That
then you
makes
can
sense.
play with them.
Yeah.
And
I like the idea of the black too. All black,
Yes.
like I like that.
or just all black. You like it. You like black. You like wearing
I
black.
love it because it makes me look skinnier.
And
the
elegant too.
Yes.
Black is elegant.
It is elegant.
Yes.
Tell me about that. Yeah, it is. It
I
is
like
elegant.
black too, as you can see.
Yes.
I like black.
Yes.
So, for people who are, well, what you're doing, acknowledging, it's great. Take pictures of these objects and keep the pictures of these objects, but get rid of them. Give them to charity, fix them. Yes.
Do you think that's gonna be the future of hoarding, like electronic
Oh,
hoarding?
maybe I hoard pictures. I take a lot of pictures. Yes, I have
Oh, me too.
almost like 20,000 in videos. Well, more because I create content, but yes. That is definitely going to be the future. Buying storage
Buying storage.
online,
Yeah.
buying gigas.
Yeah, because I know I pay for storage from Apple, the iCloud, and I also pay for Google Photos.
Me too. Why?
I don't know. I
And then
just
when
want
I
to make
check
sure
my
it's there.
pictures, let's say I took like 5 selfies,
Yeah.
same, background, everything. Why shouldn't I just delete the 4 and keep 1? No, I want to keep the 5 because I never know. if one grandchildren,
So you see, it's a
grandchild will see
different.
them and say, "Wow," and enjoy watching my same selfie repeated 5 times.
It's a different kind of, what if I need it?
Or if I need it,
It's
yes.
electronic, but it's still that culture. It's still that culture that we have from that we learned, from our moms, grandmas. It's just, in another format,
Yeah. What
and it
if I
takes
need it?
time. It takes time. I know that sometimes I'm on a mission to delete photos and videos, and that takes time
That takes time.
and
Yes.
energy.
Yes.
And again, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna delete this one,
Yeah.
or oh, I'm gonna keep this other one. It's funny.
I agree. And remember where Instagram started? I don't know why I can remember that because I'm so young. But anyway, when Instagram started, uh, there was a girl I know. She was posting everything, like she crashed her car, things like that. So people were telling her, "Oh my gosh, do you have to post everything?" That was the thought back in those days. And she was like, "Yeah, I'm going to post when I don't know when I deliver my first kid." She's funny.
Right.
So now on my personal account, I don't post that much.
Uh-huh.
I barely post. So I was taking pictures. I always take pictures, or I record. I don't know. I'm in the car and I record the car moving, and I see the view. And then somebody told me, "Why are you taking so many pictures and videos if you're never going to post them?" Now things are changed. Like
Right.
the mentality now, people see it like if you take a picture, it's
Right.
because it goes immediately to social media.
Right.
And it's like, no, I want to keep it for myself, but I'm hoarding pictures.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Stop doing this.
I'm a hoarder. I just realized that.
Yes, you did. You see? It happens. I think all of us have a little bit of that.
But at least I'm not. I know. Yeah, I'm paying for storage. Too.
Yeah, you're paying for it. See? But it's much cheaper for sure than an
It's
actual
cheaper.
storage of space. But I like the idea of taking pictures to somehow, kind of do that. But anyway, living and learning every day. We'll get better. This was great. I really love talking about this today. And I would love to know what everybody hoards, you know.
And I think that the consuming part of the society is helping people to be to become more
Yeah.
hoarders, because even in the songs you were saying, oh, I don't have a song for hoarding, but there are songs saying Gucci bag, Fendi, blah blah blah. I mean, buy,
Right.
get it. And then let's say you just got this amazing jacket, colorful
you, thank
jacket
you,
that I
thank
like it. Thank you. You can give it to me. Thank you.
No, thank you.
I'm kidding. All right. uh, so let's say you have this amazing jacket.
Mm-hmm.
It looks great. It looks new. You probably you wore it when you went to where?
Yeah. When I was in Europe, of course, I have
so
some
let's
pictures.
say you wore it there. It's still good quality, good jacket, but then you fell in love with the new season jacket from, I don't know, I'm going to mention store, blah 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 store. Okay.
Right.
And then you have the other new jacket, but this one's still good quality.
Yeah.
And you haven't used it that much, but now you want to use the new one. And
Right.
then you're not going to get rid of this one because this one is amazing and you know it. So you keep both. And it goes like that.
Yeah.
It's nowadays it's a lot of consuming, buying stuff.
Right.
And that's why we're hoarding so much.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I will tell people that has worked with me is the rule of you buy 3 new things, you eliminate 3 old things. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So if let's say you go shopping today and you buy, 2 new blouses, you get home and you eliminate 2, which is good too. You can donate it, it's a good act to do that. And I've tried to do that. Not always, but I think it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, I don't think you've been doing that so much, but anyway.
Me?
Have you?
I have.
Okay,
I have.
okay, good.
I think so, yeah. Especially on shoes.
Oh, shoes? Okay.
I have acquired new shoes, but I have gotten rid of, older ones.
Okay,
So
that's good.
yeah, no, it's good.
In my case, I've never been able to do that. But thank you for the tip. I mean, imagine if I get a new blouse, it's because I don't have that specific color, that specific model.
Mm-hmm.
So then, oh, now I have all the colors.
Right.
I have it in blue, yellow, red, white, and black.
Clothing, I think it's a more difficult subject for women than it is for guys. But that's another subject for another podcast.
I don't think so because there are men who love to, who love fashion.
It's true.
So
Yeah. Well, not for me. I mean, I'm more kind of laid back. Anyway, hoarding. That was the topic of the day. Thank you so much.
thank you, Luigi.
Hoarders out there, please write to us. We want to know, what are you hoarding?
Yes.
Why is it difficult for you to get rid of things? We want to know. Please share with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Avocado Talks until
The next episode.
yes. Don't go away. Bye.
Adios.